Everybody, Raul Luna here, founder of English.rauluna.com. Congratulations, welcome to this social media live. Hey, this is urgent. This is extremely urgent. So Instagram, pay attention. Facebook, pay attention. YouTube, make sure that you're paying attention because I'm going to cover some very serious information, all right? This is only if you're looking to become wealthy. If you're not looking to become wealthy and you're not looking to be rich, trust me, this is not the video that you should be watching, all right? So hopefully you are the one that says, hey, Raul, I want to be wealthy. I want to be rich. And I'm not talking about being rich just on money, but I mean being wealthy on, being spiritually wealthy, being physically wealthy, being, physically wealthy, being, obviously money wealthy as well. So, I want to share with you the 5 things that wealthy people invest their money on and why you should be paying extremely close attention to it. And you should be replicating precisely that same thing. So once again, this is urgent to all of my real estate investor folks, okay? Whether you're new to the industry or you basically have experience or you're a real estate agent with experience or without experience, hey, listen, if you do not want to be rich or wealthy, this is not the video for you, all right? So let's get started. Now, pay very close attention because, the reason why people became wealthy and rich is because prior to becoming wealthy, prior to having money, they invested in these 5 things that I'm going to be sharing. Now, some of you guys will think, well, Raul, the reason why the wealthy invest on these 5 things is because they got money. And, that's going to be a completely arguable because I'm going to tell you that the reason why they're wealthy, it's precisely because they invested, money even before they became rich, right? So for everyone here, let's get started. And I'm going to go ahead and basically get you on the same page, all right? So anyways, 5 things that wealthy people invest their money in. Number one, accelerated learning. And what do I mean by accelerated learning? They grab existing time and compress it. They compress it by being present on the things that they're learning. For instance, they read books, and not only they start the books, but they finish them. They attend events, they attend webinars. They basically accelerate their learning by going very niche specific, niche driven. And that's one of the things that about a little over a decade ago, I decided that I was going to compress time and that I was going to, essentially, invest time and accelerate my learning into how money operates, how debt operates, how investments work. Because oftentimes, we want to do sprinkling time here and there. I can tell you that I started small, but eventually became more into today reading a couple of hours every single day. And I mean every single day. And every wealthy person that I'm aware of, that I know of, that I'm close by, or that I have access to, they're doing these 5 things that I'm going to be sharing with you that you should be doing now that we're in the coronavirus, lockdown, shutdown, whatever it is. Make the space, make the time, invest on them because you're going to need them, especially with what's coming ahead. You will need them. And if you actually do them, you're going to be way ahead than anybody else. All right. So number 1, accelerated learning. And accelerated learning is by basically paying for the wisdom that you need rather than going through the long route. And I can tell you this, that I had it, since I can remember. I remember trying to go to, that I wanted to become a pilot back then. And I'm so glad that I, obviously that I didn't pursue that career. But I did actually went to school for it. I just never finished it. But this is the interesting thing that, I had 2 different ways on how to do it. One way, going the college route, the university route, it was going to take me about 4 to 6 years to become a pilot, or going straight to the academy that put me right in front of the, of the airplane. And it was costly, it was less time, but it was in acceleration mode. And that's when I went to Sierra Academy of Aeronautics. It wasn't a college or a university, like a renowned university, but heck with it. It was in acceleration mode. Today, you could be doing exactly the same thing. You want to learn about real estate, you want to accelerate that. Well, there's avenues, there's ways to get it done. You want to learn about money or how it works or health or whatever it is, there's accelerated ways to get it done. And one of them that I know of, it's through amazing books that are already written, that the wisdom, it's already on those pages that you could accelerate it and just put them to work, right? Second thing that wealthy people invest their money in, it's mentorship. They have mentors. And let me just share with you, what do I mean by mentor? A mentor is someone that you admire, and that person has already been where you want to go. In other words, they've been through the pain, they've been through the ups, they've been through the downs, they've been through the growth, they've been through the collapses, through the failures. Basically, they've been through where exactly the same path that you want to be in. All right. Now, guess what? You got to invest in mentorship. A lot of people, they don't see that. And that's the reason why they don't become wealthy. Because if you don't pay for the wisdom and knowledge in an accelerated way, guess what's going to happen? Can you do it on your own? Potentially, possibly. It'll take you, 10 times more. Why would you want to, why would you want to have 40 or 50 years of your life to take you to get where you can actually do it in record time? Trust me, this next decade, ladies and gentlemen, 2020 to 2030, we're going to see the biggest economical transformations that we've ever seen in the history of mankind. And this is your opportunity. You can mess it up or you could strain it up, however you decide, depending on what you're going to do. Number three, the third thing that wealthy people invest their money into, it's mastermind groups, okay? Mastermind groups. And the mastermind groups work really, really well because it's like having a board of advisors, so to speak. It's like a group that you could mastermind, when you're growing, when you're having, pains, or when you're basically failing, and it's interesting because all of my life I've actually been in masterminds. Now to think about that, even before I was making money, I was willing to invest on those things. And it's very particular and very peculiar of how things really evolve, because prior to having money, those are the 5 things that you should be doing. And after you have money, those are the 5 things that you should continue doing, and it's very interesting that many people actually, some people value them, hugely. Wealthy people value, these 5 things that I'm going to show you. And then, the scarcity mindset doesn't value these things, and it's totally understandable. So mastermind groups, and the mastermind groups, even until today, I belong to a mastermind group out of Florida that basically there's 100 business owners from all different walks of life, not just real estate, from all different walks of life, that if I need anything, all I got to do is pick up the phone and literally give them a phone call and say, hey guys, we need to put our heads together. I'm going through this situation and I really need your help. Guess what? That's what it's supposed to be about, isn't it? Mastermind groups, it's crucial, ladies and gentlemen, and it's important to have them now and to have them, after as well, right? So, I've seen it with big groups and I've seen it with small groups. I'm involved with 3-4 different masterminds. One, it's larger groups, and others are very tiny groups. The smallest one that I'm involved with is only 3 people, and we get together every single week. But guess what? They gotta be players that are playing bigger than you. They can't be playing less than you. Otherwise, you gotta have energy where you actually get energy from, where you get the, basically where people have already been through the processes that you are trying to get yourself into. So more often than not are going to be masterminds that you're going to have to end up paying for, right? So give you an example. Some of these masterminds, hey, there's people that are there that are $500 million earners, $500 million mindset people that basically I get to learn from, right? So it's not, and then there's masterminds where I actually dedicate my time, that I actually devote time and energy and show them. So it's got to work both ways, but it's really up to you to, decide which route and how you want to get it done. Fourth thing is building relationships. Wealthy people build relationships, invest in relationship, build relationships. And this reminds me back in the days when I first met few people like Mr. Joe Metz. I still remember when I went to his events. I was putting the sound system for him. I was taking him to lunch. We were going out together. We were investing time together, and I was willing to to pay whatever it was needed. With Mr. Jason Busey as well. I still remember the first time that I first saw him speak. I bought his book. I bought his courses. I took him to lunch. I was willing to invest whatever money and time was necessary, because they had the wisdom, they had the results, they had what I wanted it to have. So, just pay close attention, because oftentimes we want other people to invest in us. That's the wrong mindset. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the wrong mindset. Why would other people invest in you if you're not willing to change the way you think and invest in them? Invest in yourself. Invest, time, sweat, money. I mean, whatever it takes, right? So building relationships, crucial. The reason why wealthy people become wealthy is because they invested before and they continue to invest after, right? And then the fifth thing is they have a personal coach. They have a personal coach, right? Now, investing in a personal coach, let me tell you the differences. Mentorship is one thing. Coach is a different thing. A mentor is someone that has already been where you want to go. A coach doesn't have to necessarily been where you want to go. A coach is someone that is gonna, that is gonna tell you, basically keep you in alignment. That is gonna give you the rah, you can do it, type of motivation. It's gonna, keep you accountable and things like that. So a personal coach is there to keep you in line, to basically keep you going. A mentor is someone that has been through, the processes, that can tell you how to do it. And the coach not necessarily will know how you should do it, but can keep you accountable, right? So that's the difference. 5 things that wealthy people invest their money even after they made money. 1, accelerated learning. And accelerated learning comes through books, audios, videos, through, events, webinars, and through, number 2, mentorship. Okay. Mentorship. Number 3, mastermind groups. Number 4, building relationships. And number 5, personal coach. So hopefully you got a complete picture of why people become wealthy. Okay. Because they were willing to invest on these 5 things even before they had money. At least I did. And I can tell you that you could ask anybody else out there and they will tell you exactly the same thing. Okay. Now, after they actually got themselves in a success mode, guess what? Or they became wealthy or they became rich, they continue to invest in those 5 same things, but they do it at a different scale. They do it in a purposeful level. See, at the beginning, I can tell you over a decade ago, I was doing it, but I wasn't doing it in a purposeful way. I wasn't doing it in a state of awareness way. It was more of, I was doing it because I saw other people doing it. And guess what? All I can tell you basically is that you're going to need to invest on those 5 things. You're going to need to put your money to work on those 5 things without, making up excuses, without saying, oh, Raul, you're always looking to sell. Hey, everybody and everyone is always looking to sell. If you're not selling all the time, that means you're not in business. That means you don't understand the business side. And I'm not trying to sell you my services. What I'm going to tell you is this: make sure that you're continuously investing in those 5 things. Because that's what's going to keep you, that's what's going to make you wealthy. And beyond that, guess what? Once you become wealthy, you should even continue to invest even more. even way more. You know, up until today, I read several hours a day. I have mentors that pour on me and get me basically the know-how of the things and how to go about it. You know, the mastermind groups, not only from the big ones, but to the small ones, from building relationships, crucial and important. And then having a coach that tells you and keeps you accountable is crucial. So ladies and gentlemen, congratulations for being here with me today. Go ahead and put it into practice. Let me know down below what is it that you take, and let's go ahead and you know, this is the time that you got to make sure that you're paying total attention to what you're doing, and that you know, you put things into practice, especially now that you got extra time, you know, because of the lockdown. All right, so just remember that you're one freaking real estate deal away that could change completely your financial landscape, even in this market. I know that we're making deals even in this market, and even in this market, you know, I got friends that are crushing it as well. All right, so congratulations for being here with me. Get to see you the next time. Leave me a message down below. Make sure that you share this video with others. Thank you. Have a great one.